Long-term planning is procrastination with a business plan, really. You know what planning is for most people? It's actually fear dressed up as a strategy. So there are people that are half as smart as you. They're actually within grasp of success. And the only reason why they are within grasp of success is because they are actually trying to make things happen. They are actually trying to do. Planning never achieves anything, at least in the grand scheme of things, where it matters. The person who experiments daily, who tries to adapt swiftly, pivot monthly, they are the ones already positioned for opportunities that you would never see while you're still trying to plan. You are afraid of actually facing today. So you find solace and succor in actually planning for 10 years down the line, and then you feel good, you feel high because you believe that at least something is going to happen in 10 years. Nobody guarantees your plan. You see, you have a detailed plan of what you're going to be doing in 2030, where you are going to be, what you want to achieve. But you cannot tell me what you're going to be doing tomorrow by 2 p.m. While you're actually busy perfecting your 5-year grand plan, you're trying to map out your future endeavors. People that are half as smart as you, they're actually within grasp of success. And the only reason why they are within grasp of success is because they are actually trying to make things happen. They are actually trying to do. You know what you're doing? You are trying to plan. Planning never achieves anything, at least in the grand scheme of things, where it matters. You see, I actually get it that you're ambitious, which is very good. You have dreams. You have wild dreams. You watch success stories on YouTube. You've read a lot of biographies. You've read that of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. I mean, the most successful people by your standards. You've actually read everything. But you know what you do in response to that? You keep fantasizing about their life, being your life. And then you fantasize how 15 years looks like for you. You fantasize how 10 years actually looks like for you. But you never optimize tomorrow. You don't actually do anything to actually fix you not fulfilling your normal day tasks, but you know where you're going to be in 5 years' time. Why are you actually planning your way to success? Success is actually going to happen to people who are actually trying to do something. You see, I'm going to be mentioning 3 reasons why you trying to map out your future empire is the reason why you are stuck. And the first reason is actually that you're planning your way out of today. You know, you are actually afraid to face the uncomfortable truth that lies in you facing today, like the things you're meant to do now, what you're going to do to make tomorrow better. Like, you are afraid of actually facing today. So you find solace and succor in actually planning for 10 years down the line, and then you feel good, you feel high because you believe that at least something is going to happen in 10 years. Nobody guarantees your plan. I need you to understand that your plan is not going to be a guaranteed hit. You have to get in the ring to do the work for you to even know if your plan has a chance in the world to be manifested. You see, you spend 3 hours creating vision boards, right? You know the car that you'll be riding in 10 years' time. But I want you to leave those fantasies, and I want you to start planning for today. What actually happens if you start planning for today rather than planning out of today is that you start asking yourself uncomfortable truths. And the truths are something like, what are the things that I've been doing that I shouldn't be doing, that I should stop immediately? What are the things that are going to contribute to my next 10 years that I've not started doing? And you know, by asking questions like that, you are on the path to start doing the things that actually matter to the 10 years. Not every time you take book and then you start writing about what you want the 10 years to look like. In fact, I want you to actually get a journal, because we'll be using journals very much on this channel. And what I want you to do is this: before you actually go to bed tonight, and if you can do it now, it's very much better. I want you to write down 3 specific things that you will do tomorrow. Not next month, not next year, tomorrow. In fact, not next week, tomorrow. And then make sure you accomplish it tomorrow. By the time you start doing that every day, what you've just started doing is that you started optimizing your life for the 10 years that you've been planning for. So instead of just planning now, you've already started taking steps towards the next 10 years. This second point is actually going to hurt, but I'm going to say it irrespective. And it's that long-term planning is procrastination with a business plan, really. You see, your 5-year plan is just sophisticated procrastination. What planning actually does for you is that it actually gives you the dopamine hit of feeling productive without the actual discomfort that comes with actual action, real action. Planning is not doing, it's just the adult version of organizing your desk instead of studying for exams. And you know what happens after, right? I want to ask you a very good question. When last did you spend more time doing than planning? When last did you just journal for, like, let's say 5 minutes, you're done, and then you spent the whole day working? You spend weeks researching the perfect workout routine for my gym brothers and sisters, but you're not just going to do the normal 20 push-ups. And at the end of the day, most of you never even go to the gym regularly for a week. You spend months planning something you want to do, but you never do it. And you know, planning is not doing. You might get the dopamine hit of what it feels like, but you're really not going to move an inch from where you currently are. You're using your long-term planning as an excuse to avoid the messy, uncomfortable works that need to be done today. It's actually an excuse that most of us actually use planning to do. And you know what planning is for most people? It's actually fear dressed up as a strategy. So they remain in that cubicle of planning instead of going out to do the work that will make them comfortable. And then they call it strategy. I know what tomorrow, I have plans. I'm working towards it and all of that. And the real working towards this is just some scribbled lines, some scribbled 10 lines of words on a piece of paper. Every successful person you've actually read about, truly successful people, they started before they were ready. It's not that they waited for the sun to shine, the rain to fall, everything looks in alignment before they started. No, they actually started before they were ready. Jeff Bezos didn't actually have a 5-year plan. He didn't have up to 5 years. If you actually read about him, he had an idea and he had 60 days to make it work or the money is going to go away. And it happened like that. And if you actually claim to actually study successful people like you do, then you actually know that what could be further to the truth than saying that successful people actually plan more than do. In the end, execution is actually much more better than planning. So if you've actually enjoyed it up to this moment, I just want to implore you for a second to kindly subscribe to the channel, and then you're going to be getting all our videos from henceforth. And also, you should actually like, and before we end the video, I'll actually tell you what to actually, I'll ask you a question, and then you can actually comment your answer under the post. And this is going to be the third point. And it's actually the fact that the world doesn't care about your timelines. You see, while you're actually trying to map out your own carefully long-term plan, as you're going to call it, it's very possible that in 5 years to come, the job you're actually planning for might not exist. The industry you're actually targeting, it actually could be obsolete. In fact, the skills you're planning to acquire might actually be automated by artificial intelligence in the next few years to come. You see, 5 years ago, nobody actually planned to be a TikTok influencer or TikTok content creator, right? Nobody was saying that they were going to be trading NFTs. In fact, somebody was dropshipping from AliExpress, right? But people were ready to experiment, to adapt, to pivot. They actually caught these waves while everyone was still actually planning, because they were in the market and then they were able to see what's happening around them, right? They were in the ring. They were actively working. They were not actively planning. You see, your rigid long-term plan is not security. Again, it's just you trying to shield yourself from the pain of current work that you should actually do. You see, the person who experiments daily, right, who tries to adapt weekly, who tries to pivot monthly, they are the ones already positioned for opportunities that you would never see while you're still trying to plan, right? And I want you to do this. If you have multiple planning applications on your phone, do yourself a favor and try to remove every one of them except one, the one that you need, except one. That's one. The second thing is, I want you to bring out your journal again. The 3 things you actually wrote down, I want you to read them to yourself and actually vow to do them. Yes, you're not writing anything again. I just want you to reinforce the fact that you're going to do the 3 things that you've actually written down. Tomorrow, not next week, not next 2 weeks, tomorrow. And you see, the problem is actually not that planning is bad or planning is evil. In fact, you should plan. I actually plan also, and I'm actually doing this video because I planned to do this video before I did the video. But you know what we're discussing about? Planning hell. Why you're stuck planning, but never ever doing. I want you to stop planning, and I want you to start living. The real world experiment actually begins when you start doing. You see, it's not about the man who plans. It's not about the man who wishes. It's not even about the man who thinks they can do. It's about the man who stands up, gets in the ring, and start doing. I want you to comment down below. What are the things that you're going to stop planning and you're going to start doing? See you in the next video.